In this tutorial, I'll be using Blender version 2.77 to show you how to render background static or television static. Delete your default cube and your default light source. Push 1 to go into front view mode. Next, I'll be using a resolution of 1920 by 1080. Change to cycles, the cycles render setting. We'll be changing the output type to AVI JPEG. This will be an animation. Put our samples down to 1. We won't be rendering any objects or light sources, so we can keep those at 1. Under light paths, change all the numbers to 1 and deselect shadows, reflective, and refractive caustics. We won't be needing those for this tutorial. Now, for performance, we'll be leaving those at the default. Click and drag from the upper right side of your window to open up a second window. We're going to push Ctrl-Z on the left window to give ourselves a rendered image. And go back to the camera settings. Under Dimensions, click Board, which will render only that which is in the border. This will help speed up rendering time for the background image. Next, change your right window to the Node Editor. Click on the tab, the World Icon tab. We're going to click or press Shift-A. Add a texture coordinates node, followed by a vector mapping node. Next, we'll add a texture noise. Collect your mapping node to your noise node. Collect that to your background node. And we'll be using a noise scale of 250 for this tutorial. Add in a hue saturation node. So this static will be black and white, although you can keep yours in color. Click on the mapping node and press I over the location to set a keyframe. Once we set the keyframe, change this window to Graph Editor and use the pull down menu on the upper left so that we can see the X, Y, and Z locations. For each of those, we're going to add a modifier. We'll add a noise modifier. For this, we can leave the strength at 1 and click and drag to the right for the scale. And you can change the phase if you want. We just want these lines to be sporadic. We're not using any numbers specifically, but if it looks wild and crazy, keep it there. That'll work for this tutorial. So we're changing the Y location. We've given it a noise modifier as well, and we'll do the same for the Z location. So when we're taking each, rendering each frame, the noise will be shifted so sporadically it'll give us this random noise effect. So now that these are all set, we can go to our camera tab and click animate. I'll be fast forwarding this so I can show you the finished result. And thanks for watching.